Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good night, everyone. Today, I would like to make a video. It's the assignment for my midterm. Want to resume the material of methodology of Islamic studies from first reading until sixth reading. Before that, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Salma Kamelia with student ID 2052406. I am in fourth semester of English Education Department, Faculty Tarbiyah and Teacher Training. Okay, let's get started. In the first meeting, it's about introduction to of the methodology of Islamic studies. We need to what is it? Introduction first. Why we must to learn about methodology of Islamic studies. Before that, let us go to definition of it. The definition is distinguished between Islam as a divine revelation and Islamic studies as a human intellectual effort to understand that revelation. Just to make it different, like Islam because you are Islam from your parent. I choose Islam for my parent, and Islam because of you think Islam is right. And the thing is it when you think is need Islamic studies as a human intellectual effort to understand the revelation. Yeah, you can um, imagine right what the difference about you Islam because I just follow my parents, but and then you're Islam because you think with your intellectual human with Islamic study like yeah Islam is right. It's my right religion to follow. What the Ujar say, it is essential so that Muslims do not just follow religion blindly or taqlid, but based on methodological understanding. It is also crucial to addressing increasingly complex modern challenges. Yeah, not just follow because of your parent. It's not wrong choice, but um, we need to think about it because when you grow up, you you don't just what is it? You don't just have to follow Islam because of your parent, but to think that Islam is right. So that's why you can being the real Muslim. Yes, like that. Just to what is it? To keep menanamkan Islam lebih dalam. Yes. And then the scope of it is inclusive of the study of primary sources of Quran and Hadith, take of scholar, history of civilization, and the social practice of Muslim. Yeah, we not just reading Al Quran after Maghrib, so that you are Islam, and then your prayer 5 times a day. Not just like that. You need to learn about Al Quran and Hadith more deeply. And then talk of scholars in the what is it years ago, and then about history of civilization, Rasul, Nabi, until the social practice of Muslim in the age ago, like that. Yeah, what's the goal? Just to know what is Islam more than to know like that. Okay, it's clear, right? Now in the second semester, what the history of the growth of development of Islamic studies? It is examines how Islamic studies development choreographically and methodologically. And it divided in the three improve of Islamic world. Like the first in the Muslim world, in general, in the cult of age of Islam years ago, started from oral transmission during the Prophet's time, developed into the codification of sciences, jurisprudence, exercise, technology, during the Umayyad and Abbasid dynasties, leading to the birth of the world's oldest university like Al-Azhar. Yeah, in the Muslim world, We have scholars, yeah, scholars that learning about fikih, exegesis, fikih kalam, tafsir, jurisprudence, theology, like that, from during the Umayyad and Abbasid dynasty, like that. And then we'll like Islamic school, Al Azhar, such as that. But in the West, then Americans the Orientalism, and actually political or religious. It involved into critical science studies using philology or textual study and historical method. Now, from that, in the West world, the Orientalism, like, wow, the Islam is bigger in the world, like, many people being Muslim, like, just it's just religion, but it's getting bigger and bigger and then has their own school and their own university. Like, we must still learn about Islam because it's very what it influence the world. There's just it's not just religion, but it is make their own world like that. And then the West learn about Islam as scientifically, yes, not just Islam because of they want to be a Muslim. No, you just learn about scientifically study. And in Indonesia, began with traditional education like pesantren, moved into a madrasah system, and finally integrated religious and general science of State Islamic University. It is from Wali Songo era maybe. Yeah, it began with traditional education that led by Wali, like pesantren, just their just a little pesantren their own, and I moved at a year from Indonesian freedom from this colonialism, moved to the madrasah system. Yeah, just Islamic madrasah. And finally integrated religious and general science of State Islamic University, including UIN Gusdur Pekalongan. Okay, and the number third. And the third missing is religion in human life. Analyze why uh, human needs religion both personally and socially. In psychology perspective, religion provides inner peace, hope, and answers to essential questions regarding the meaning of life and death. But in sociology perspective, religion functions as a social unifier, a provider of ethical norms, and a tool for social control. But in scientist culture, explain that religion does not contradict science. Instead, it provides a moral foundation of methodology, so it does not diminish humanity. Yeah. What the function religion in your life, like that, from psychology. Yeah, you need inner peace, hope. You need things that mm, you can bersandar of it deeply like that. It's not like can you uh, with people with someone it's really different because God is have a power that you can believe that God can help you from psychology, from sociology. Religion is function to social unifier. Yeah, as long as you don't what is it recognize the people, you just a foreign people in some country maybe when you move in the another country, but you are Muslim. For example, you are Muslim, you just can recognize Muslim easily in Indonesia that wearing hijab is Muslim also. So when I need help, I can ask to him like that. So we are sibling, sibling as a same religion, just like that. So we have connection or relationship between foreign people. that we have same religion. And then like scientific have their own knowledge that explain something, right? But sometimes that something is can be explained logically. So this is a religion age in this what is it in this part to explain that religion does not contradict the science. Yeah, but the foundation for technology it is not dismiss humanity. You can get what the point, right? Like to explain something if in the scientist that can be explained it clearly like that. Yeah, in the first semester. Characteristic and dimension of Islam in the first semester. The key of characters is like Rabbania, um, Sumulia, and then Al-Waqiyah. Oh, I have this one. Insania, Alamia. From characters is Rabbania is like is based on Allah. Everything in the Islam is based on Allah. Just know of it. Like why there are Al Quran to read from Allah. Just know of it. Like why we must to uh I'm sorry. Why we need to uh prayer when we need to praying to reading Al Quran because something in the world is originating directly from God. Just know like that. But Similia is like comprehensive, covering all aspects of life like economy, politics, social, because just a virtual. Just like religion is control, not just your psychology living, live, but also your economic, also your politics, social, how to direct some country is with religion also. And then wasatania, what is it? I can't see. Wasatania is like balance between your religion and in your social life. Is religion also control about it? Insania, siblings, like you're to know about that one person, you don't know about a foreign person, you don't know people that live in Australia, maybe for the example, but you are in the same religion, so you are the siblings of religion. It's just like that. And then alamiah, universal and for every people. Yeah, religion is for every people that really believe in God. But from dimensional, we have trilogy of teaching like akidah, ibadah, akidah, syariah, and akhlak. From akidah is what you believe in your heart, what you believe that God is exists, because but you never see Allah. Just make it simple, like Allah always watching us. You can watch them, but Allah can watch you. I was like, why you praying? Not because, yeah, you can think because I need it, because of my heart believing is praying is communication with Allah, because no, you just believe that you are praying because Allah is uh, perintah you to do it in Al Quran, just like that. If in Al Quran there not exist uh, perintah to praying, you don't need to praying right now, just like that. Yeah, just believe it. And the Sharia is this system or law and worship that uh, control us in the country. Yeah, not just control your religion about how to pray in the God, but really control you in how to uh, it must be there in economy and social law and such as that. Sorry, I need to and then akhlak, your behavior, also your behavior that control your religion. From Islam, it's like you can be like freedom people, like I can do anything in the world in this world like that. No, you have rule how to behavior like an Muslim, like as a Muslim, like wearing hijab for a woman. This is also behavior in Islam, and then you can. It's very complex. There, like you must be respect the teacher and such a stuff like that. It's complex uh for say to govern. Okay. Now, then the next meeting in the five meeting before the last, there are Islam as a cultural phenomenon, like focus on the interaction between absolute religious norm and relative human culture. Yeah, objectivation of Islam, like how Islamic values are translated into cultural forms such as mosque, architecture, calligraphy, and local tradition. Socio-anthropology approach, like understanding that Islamic practice may differ across region because they are influenced by local cultural context, as long as they do not violate that core principle. I was like, Islam is not just believing someone in God, but you become Islam because culture, your environment, your what is it? Where do you live is Islam. So that's why like you just see Islam is like a culture. It's like a rule of law that you can follow about it. Uh, like it. Maybe you're not really studying Islam deeply, but Islam in your environment cultural is Islam. So you just follow them. Like I don't really know why tahlilan is exists or halal bilal is exists in this world, but my neighbor, my sibling, my parent do this, so I follow them. I do this to beside of to the respect respect them as a what is it of a subject that do this because of you need to how to say it menjaga relasi to maintain the relationship between your sibling between your neighbor like that, right? And then Islam and cultural Islam is different between another region and any region. Like not like region, just your belief it. If you are N NU, you need tahlilan as Islamic culture, but and you don't need this, don't need because of this their belief it in their scholars. Next, you can understand right? Oh, it is for the last method in Islamic studies. This paper discussed the intellectual hardware used to analyze Islam. Sorry. Next. For our discussion is the last meeting. I'm sorry. Method of Islamic studies. It is when you how to learn Islam is have any method that normative method, historical method, and phenomenological method. As a normative method is understanding Islam through scared text literally. Like just uh, what Al Quran said like that. So you just do what Al Quran said. But the historical, looking at how a teaching or practice emerged within a specific historical context. You not just reading an Al Quran like what a rule in Al Quran that govern you, but also what the scholar, what the Rasul do in the years ago about the history, why this ache exists. And phenomenological method is like attempting to understand religious experience from the perspective of the believing themselves without judging them as a right or wrong. Yeah, from experience, see why experience is like not your experience about Islam, but it's a point of view with scholar. Scholar have their own point of view, right? Like Ahmad Dahlan, Kiai Ahmad Dahlan, why he need he built an Muhammadiyah because of his experience. He can believe Islam is like that, and then why Shafi'i believe is subuh need kunut because he has their own believers believing about Islam. Okay, I need to explain from Mr. Rido what they are explain, but he's explain. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit sick right now. Uh, Method of Islamic studies is not like uh, not study why you um, why you why you chose this religion, not like that, why you chose Islam, not that method that observe kind of thing, but uh, what is it, but learn about people choose Islam because of what, like that, uh, why you believe in Islam. Nah, that's the penelitian. You can understand, right? And dogma in Islam is like you must be know, you must be follow about this, and religion is dogma, uh, and it's absolutely absolute to follow. Like uh, Islam govern you to praying, just praying. It's dogma. You must be follow this. You must be accept this. Absolutely. But sometimes people not. I'm sorry. But sometimes people like not think about it. They are think about historically. It's normative. It's like dogma, right? But historically, like uh, I'm doing this kind of praying because of my scholars that I believe do this. Yeah, historically. As long as in Rasul he don't do this like Isra Miraj, perayaan Isra Miraj. Islamic event and then Maulid Nabi. Yeah, it's not right. It's not exist in Nabi era. But uh, as long as their scholars studies to remembering our spirit of Rasul, so you do it historically like that. Can you can think about it, right? And then the rightness is have two, rational and empirics. It's rational is like uh just think, like something is exists, don't need experiment. Like Allah is exists because you don't need to evident to there is Allah. I hope can I no, like fire is hot because you don't need to experiment that I don't believe this fire is hot. You don't believe to evident this. Just believe it. Just fire is hot. Just like that. But empirics you must be look it with your physically. Your touch, your eye, your mouth, your nose, your ear. This is complex. That's why atheists is exist in this world. Why non-religion people exist in this world because like I don't believe God because I can't see them. Yeah, we just not judging, just yeah. And then yeah, this can I can explain is more in English. If you want to discuss with me in Indonesia, yeah, I ready. So this is my resume about my material until this last material in sixth semester. I hope it can be something that you learn in the next in the next movie of your journey of study. Okay, thank you very much for listening my video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye.